As Ingrid said, this is Sala Comunitaria.
Como dice Ingrid, esa es la prensa comunitaria.
So, what is Sala Comunitaria? That's community newsroom.
Es noticiero de comunidad.
Which really means that, unlike CNN,
que quiere decir que no como CNN,
we're PNN.
Somos PNN.
We're the people led.
Hi, my name is Michelle.
Me llamo Michelle.
I attend poor, but I'm still a family of poor.
Soy familia de prensa pobre.
Person with a disability.
Persona con disabilidad.
And I'm just here to
Estoy aquí
say thank you.
para decir gracias.
All right.
All right.
My name is Lindsay, and I came in from Berkeley.
Vine de Berkeley.
And came here on the advice of Vivian
Vivian.
And my story involves me. I just done 23 years in prison. I've been out about 2 years, drug and alcohol counselor. And recently I just got put out in the street because I tested positive for THC, which I have liver cancer. And you know, I'm trying to get going with my stuff. But what I really do is I fight against the prison system. So what I'm trying to do.
On February 20th, I should say February 27th, I was put under a duress situation in Vallejo, California. My mother had a stroke last year, and long story short, we've been going back and forth taking care of her. She can't walk, can't do nothing, so it's only 2 of us, small family. Kaiser told me that I was pretty much wasn't going to be able to leave, but they weren't going to legally hold me, or basically it was another word they used. They couldn't legally hold me and something else, but long story short, but if I did leave, they would get APS involved. So with that,
Adult Protective Services.
Yeah, Adult Protective Services.
Which is like CPS for adults, people.
Right. So with that in mind, not knowing your rights, not knowing what you're up against, afraid of having any type of charges when you've never been in trouble, could lose your housing. I wasn't sure what that entailed. I was afraid, and I called Tiny because I needed her to do the story and to tell her I was basically being held captive, so to speak. So I called Tiny, and also she passed the story to Savannah, who did the story, and Tiny got in touch with another OSHA, and he took on the story and looked into, you know, so they both were all there listening and giving me advice and walking me through things. And Tiny sent out a letter as well. I don't know what you sent out, Tiny.
But it worked.
But thank you, and also I want a copy of that letter.
For sure.
So anyways, that's it. As of effective March 29th, OSHA told him that I will be coming home, and it was irrevocable. So he did send out a letter to all the people that I put on blast. I gave every name, every list, every number, and I didn't care who was going to come up against me at that point because I was afraid and I wanted out. And I felt like I came to the point at the end of taking care of my mom to the best of my ability that it's Kaiser's responsibility to take care of her, since they said 24 hours. And so without trying to use and kill me with a person with a disability, to take care of a person with a disability. So that's it. Thank you, Tiny. Thank you, Poor Man. Thank you, OSHA. And I love y'all much, for real, for real. This was very serious. This was a very hard time for me. Thank you, Savannah. Thank you. Thank you, Michelle.
All right, I'll give you a little demographics. January 27, 2010, I was released out of prison after serving 23 years. But during that final year before I came home, as being a lifer, which was big in California because lifers would get out of prison, I was asked by Dr. Cody to be a drug and alcohol counselor in a place called Options in Berkeley. So, being vulnerable and fragile coming out of prison, hell yeah, after doing 23 years, yeah, I would love to go and do what I was doing in prison for 15 years, having young men pull their pants up. That's what I'm famous for. But anyhow, inside of prison. But anyhow, when I got to Berkeley, I did this. They told me work for 3 months. They'll pay me a Berkeley livable wage. They know I'm not from California. I have no support system. Anyhow, I came out of prison at 60 years old and I started working for options. I worked 90 days. 90 days turned into 9 months. During those 9 months, I'm working every day, 5 days a week, and being this test monkey, going to different places like Judge Brotherham, Lonnie Hancock, Tom Bates, all these political people. I've been to Sacramento 8 times, spoken from the governor about 5 times for realignment. About the mental health and criminal justice coming together in 2014. All this old crap, I done got all these accolades together. And then I done tested clean for 2 years. And prior to that, I got a 42-year history of criminal addictive thinking and behavior. I got a 35-year history of addicted to heroin use. But I've been clean, which is documented since 2000. So I'm doing all right. But now I got liver cancer and it went to stage 4. I tried an alternative treatment. And that treatment contains some cannabis, but I got a cannabis card, so I'm completely legal. But this woman kicked me out. And when she kicked me out, she put me in the street. So when she put me in the street, this is what came to my mind. Any lifer that gets out of the state of California penitentiary is going to be 50 or 60. That's the bottom line. That's fact. And then what's really going on today is that you're getting ready to get released for 23,000 people. A lot of them is lifers. So far, I'm living with 15 lifers. We all in college. We all going to school. They all convicted killers. They all went to prison when they were 16 years old. None of them is 50 years old. They've done like 25, 26 years. So I'm living in this situation with these people. So we're doing great out here. But then when they kicked me to the streets of being at my age, I call myself being an endangered species. I'm black, I'm on parole, I don't have no support system. And now here I am faced with a life and death situation because if I go back to penitentiary, I'm going to die in prison. So, but I'm being used in the community. So since I turned down an $18 an hour job and went to school and decided to do something for myself, the whole world seemed like Obama got assassinated when I had this goddamn THC in my system. So that's where I'm at right now. And by the way, I am a father and a grandfather. I got 4 grandkids, getting ready to have the 5th one. My kids down to Sacramento, and I've been trying to go home. I can't go home because I belong to the governor. And like I say, I'm from Cincinnati. So I want to start. I just did an article yesterday for the East Bay, whatever you call that Bay Express paper. I'll be coming out in that. I did like 4 radio things with KLAW and a few more of the NPRs. And I done spoke up in Sacramento and I'm going again. And plus, I do my own stuff. I'm rallying at Berkeley trying to get the kids to, you know, help me do this thing against the prison. Because that's your Goliath. That's where everything is going. That's why it's so connected.
Exactly.
You know, it's connected to the community.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know, it's so connected.
Totally. So, do you want to, does anybody have questions? And then I would just ask you, do you want to focus in terms of like if we did some media on what happened with options? You think we want to try to blow that up?
I don't want to blow the program, but I do want to blow Dr. Cody because this is what's going on. People like me coming out of prison. I'm in VOA now. And VOA is Volunteers of America. So the guys come out of prison. Ain't no fucking treatment. Ain't no treatment in prison. Right. So what are they doing? They just still spitting. They still in the same cycle. Right. So if you ain't got no treatment, it's just like pouring that water into that glass and you know it's no bottom. Yeah. So I'm seeing this. So ain't nobody caring about the money. Ain't nobody following the dollars. So you got all this money going into prison, this billion-dollar system. So all people do is walk in circles, play on monkey bars, and play table games. It's no nurturing. It's no rehabilitation. It's no incentive. It's no push. It's just take the violence from A, put it in B, let it out to C, and it starts all over again. And that's the whole thing since 1967 when I first started this shit. I started this shit with a lifetime.